Welcome back to the Raider Nordhagen Beach. Today I'm just going to build a large building for the Raiders to set up a shop, to sleep, and to buy stuff. For a while I've been working on this here and there, and I have the original building, I have the building that I put on top of it. I'm going to just make one large building right now, and maybe later on I might come back and put down a bunch of pre-made buildings as well to make it almost like a little Raider town here. But first I need to move this power generator and these chem dispensers because they're kind of in the way. So if you go up to anything that's kind of close together and you press and hold A on the Xbox controller, or press and hold the X button on a PlayStation controller, you can actually grab up the multiple things at one time and you can move them simultaneously. Right now I'm just going to put down the foundation for this larger structure. I'm going to make it probably about 2 or 3 stories high, and I want to make it large enough to really kind of support like a small little town, almost like a town center, I suppose. I know sooner or later I'm going to have to get rid of some raiders. I'm not going to do that just yet, and we're going to have some settlers go into these settlements, and I'd rather have the raider stuff in the settlements for the regular settlers, because there's some unique raider things that you can't get with regular settlements that I like to keep around, like booze stills and like chem stations, that type of stuff that's unique to the raider build. I'm using a lot of the base game settlement building structures, mostly the wood floors and the wood foundation. I'm also going to use a lot of just wood walls, and I'm going to have the wood frames for the doors. I'm going to make this, I guess, sort of like a cabin, because I'm going to be using the shack walls. And I'm just going to fill this up and give you an idea of about what size I'm going to at least start this at. I might extend it out a little bit later. Let me get rid of that. But right now, this is about where I'm going to keep it. I am going to have to eventually use the gun exploit, where you buy up or grab up a bunch of guns that maybe you have stored. You drop them on the ground at your settlement, and then you go back into settlement building mode, and you store all the guns back into the workshop, and that will bring the size of the settlement back down, which will give you a little bit more room to make some more stuff, especially if you have like a high-end computer, or if you're on one of the newer consoles, whether it's a PS5, Xbox Series. You can make the settlements a lot larger than you used to be able to on like a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, stuff like that, without crashing the game. It also doesn't matter whether it's an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X. Both of those consoles have much quicker CPUs built into them than the Xbox Series 1X or Xbox One. Same with the PlayStation 5. It has a much quicker CPU built into it than PS4 has. So either way, whether you're on PlayStation, whether you're on an Xbox, or if you have a higher end gaming computer, this game is much more stable. Yes, it does still crash every once in a while, and messes up, because it is just a big game, and it's part of just how Bethesda is. I mean, the bigger the game is, the more stuff that's in the game, the more hours that you put in the game, does just make their games just run a little bit slower sometimes. I don't know why, but it does. Anyway, needless to say, if you do have this game on a newer console, newer gaming computer, you do have more lenience on what you can actually get away with building. But anyway, you see here, I have some steps that I put in the middle of the downstairs of this little cabin, and I'm just going to put some shack floors on right above it, and I'm going to start making the second level. Some of these I'm going to have to actually check, because I think some of them I only have the shack floors. I didn't use the shack upper floors, so there might be a gap where the ceiling is supposed to, or the roof is supposed to meet, that it doesn't. Yeah, I can see it right there. If you do, let me close this up real quick. All right, that's done. And you see this little gap right here? That's because I put a regular shack floor in there instead of a shack upper floor. So it didn't come with like the bottom roof. So I'm just going to add a normal roof to it, and it works perfectly fine. That's why I say when you do use the shack upper floors, you kind of double the amount efficiency that a roof has, because I have noticed still, even when they updated this game, sometimes when it rains, rain still gets into your structures, and if it gets on one of the beds that you put down on the structures, that bed is technically outside. So whatever settler or raider or whatever is sleeping in that bed is unhappy, and that brings the happiness of the whole settlement down. Next thing on the list is I want to put some windows in this upper floor here, and unfortunately you really don't get any windows with the base game settlement structure building walls. So I'm probably going to go with the concrete windows that you get with the Wasteland Workshop DLC. I'm going to put those up real quick. I don't know, about 3 of them, I guess. Yeah. And then I'm going to put one in here, one over here, and one over here. There you go. Oh, I got to push it back a little bit. There you go. All right. Now it's time to add the shack roof. I think I'm going to have an angled roof going on two sides. And then I'm probably just going to have a flat roof in the middle there. So we'll use this guy right here. And we'll pop a bunch of these in. And after I mirrored both sides, I'm just going to put the flat roof in the middle. And there you go. Now we got a roof. So most of this is just the base game settlement building structures, minus, of course, the windows. So I'm not sure why they didn't give you any windows in the base game. Any decent windows. I mean, you have openings and walls, but not really any windows. I'm sure there's a workaround that I just don't know of. But yeah, most of this stuff is just the base game shack walls, shack roof type stuff. And I'm going to try to put a third level on here, but I'm going to make it a little bit weird because I'm going to keep the kind of like angled roofs. Just, I don't know, change up the structure a little bit, make it a little more amateurish and makeshift, because I think that'll fit in the game better. Because why not? I don't think I've done this yet. And I think I see why. It's kind of difficult to get these to actually line up right. So yeah, it's all good though. We'll adjust as we go. And yeah, I'm gonna try to put this little like alcove or whatever in, and I'm probably gonna put a wall on the one side after I replace some of the ceiling, and then maybe I'll make the other side a little balcony. So I'll put shack balcony parts in there, and then we'll fix this side, make it look like there's more walls. I didn't mean to bring it out there. Got rid of that, and let's top this off, and there you go. Now we got our little chamber, I don't know, cubby hole, whatever you want to call it. And this looks like a good spot for a bed. I'm running out of cloth here, and I'm running out of the amount of stuff that I can build at this point. So I'll finish off the amount of beds that I can make, some out of cloth, and then we'll take a quick trip down here. It's getting a little dark. Hopefully you can see it okay. That's level 2. This is level 1. And I'm going to probably throw some stores in here, some lighting. So that's what we're going to do next. And the raider stuff doesn't want to work in the bottom floor here, so we'll just put a regular weapons shop down here, and we'll go up to the next level and see if the raider stuff will actually work on this level. This looks like a good spot right here. The roof is slightly lifted, So, yeah. Let's put a booze joint in here. And we'll try to get one more store up here somewhere. Chem dealer, which is pretty much equivalent to a tier 2 doctor or clinic. And I think the booze joint's equivalent to a tier 2 bar. So those will work for now. Time to put some lighting in. I think that construction lights will probably look all right. I'm going to put them kind of around this spot. And then, of course, we have to turn them on. And if these aren't bright enough, which I think that maybe that they might not be, we're just going to put industrial wall lights on there as well. Brighten it up a little bit. As you can see, it is starting to get darker in the game. So, unless I decide to brighten up this video, it's going to start getting hard to see. And, I'm putting burn barrels in here. I got the lights set up. Now I just need to get some power. I don't know how well this is going to look. We'll give it a go anyway. And I think that's about as bright as I feel comfortable making it, because if I go much brighter, it's going to start looking really bad. So we're going to finish up with putting some benches in, some more lighting, some seating. I am really running out of space to build stuff to. So, we'll just put a bunch of benches in. And let me see if I have, I can use some besides benches by putting some metal chairs in. I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty easy to find. Try to put a couple metal chairs near the weapons dealer so that they can kind of check out their new weapons that they buy. And we gotta put some lighting down here as well, because it's gonna be really dark. I mean, I'm looking at it already with brightening the place up manually, and it's still looking kind of dark. So I think I'm gonna finish this up real quick, and then I'm probably gonna go and sleep until the morning so that I can bring the video back to its normal brightness so that it doesn't look washed away. I'm gonna do that right now. All right, now that it's daytime, we can actually see. So here's the building that I put together. Do a quick run around it. Just show you what I did. Not a bad little building, I don't think. And I think that's about it for now. Next video, I'll put some lighting in and I'll finish up the little town, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye now.